Greetings and welcome back to room 303 in our Chats with Emily, as we are calling our readings through the poetry of Emily Dickinson. We are in the Johnson edition, and we turn now to a little poem, 485, To Make One's Toilet After Death. Toilet only gets used one other time in poem 629. And in this regards, we're going to argue that this is another love poem, possibly. Many scholars think it's probably another Sam Boyle's poem. Emily is the great poet of disappointment. And in many ways, we're going to have that game played out again here. There seems to be for Emily often something that keeps her from getting the thing that she wants. In this case, maybe it will be the commandments. We'll hear decalogues mentioned. To make one's toilet after death has made the toilet cool. Of only taste we cared to please is difficult and still. That's easier than braid the hair and make the bodice gay when eyes that fondled it are wrenched by decalogues away. Now, as is often the case in the poetry of Emily Dickinson, our assumption is that you've been following our stuff at learnstrong.net down that left-hand side. Chats with Emily is our playlist. And I'm hopeful that you worked through our set of introductory comments in the preceding 484 poems. We just finished with 484, My Garden Like the Beach. And if you have, then you know that you can place this poem inside a whole lot of earlier poems and then poems to follow, where Emily points out, there is something that is keeping me away from the thing I love. Notice, to make one's toilet after death has made the toilet cool. In other words, there's no point in getting all doodadded up after one is gone. Of only taste we cared to please. Is this Sam that she's referencing? Is difficult and still. Again, guys, I told you, I think she loves this word still. She loves to use the word still. And as I've pointed out a number of times, I think T.S. Eliot learned to use the word still. What does he say? We must be still and still moving into another intensity. That's easier, right, than braid the hair and make the bodice gay, right? In other words, bodice, by the way, will take us back to poem 208. By the way, Sam Boyle's, we hear, loved Emily's red hair, by the way. When eyes that fondled it, right? This word fondled, of course, comes to mind with lovers, are wrenched, by the way, only time she ever uses it in all of her poetry, it's here, by decalogues away. Now, of course, decalogues here, the 10 Commandments. What is the point she's making here? I think it's hard not to be with the one you love because of rules or expectations. To be, the word wrenched is a brilliant use of the word here, taken away. At 3a, all the Sam Boyle's poems come to mind just recently, 480 and 481. And then finally, at 3b, what was a time when you struggled with having the thing you loved wrenched away by either expectations or rules? Thank you.